What's good? What's good? What's good? It's the Blue Dollar Podcast, man. I'm Randy. I'm here with my boy Jeff.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's good? What's good, man? Everything good with you?
Yeah, man, can't complain, Same old, same old.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna go into it, man. We're gonna talk about week 2 in the NFL season, man. Week 1 was very, very exciting and it blew a lot of
Yeah.
people parlays from what I heard, man.
Oh, yeah. Big facts. Big facts.
Shit, especially with that Raiders-Ravens game, man. Derek Carr, man. Y'all boys are wrong about Derek Carr between you and Marvin, man. Talk shit about Derek Carr. Like the Raiders gonna get obliterated. That nigga Nick was right once.
Yeah, he was right. Well, we underestimated that. I definitely underestimated the Raiders. Definitely Derek Carr. Didn't really have too much faith in their defense, but their defense kind of definitely saw some signs that they got better on the offseason. I say there's some holes in some of their decisions too. Like because if you saw that game, it was a wild game. It went to overtime. It's a lot of turnovers on both sides of the ball, like both from both teams.
I mean, it was still an offensive game. They put up a lot of points. So the defense do that good. They just did good in certain moments. Like they had certain turnovers.
Right.
Lamar Jackson, I don't know how the hell he fumbled not once but twice in one game. That shit don't happen.
Yeah. That's uncharacteristic of Lamar Jackson. Definitely never seen him do that before in a game. But as far as some of the turnovers, like when the Raiders was on the 1 yard line to seal the game, and one of the offensive lineman jumps off sides and 5-yard penalty pushes them back, and then to where Derek Carr throws a ball and deflects it and they get an interception in the end zone. So
he went right through the dude's hands and hit him in the head, and they got picked off. I'm thinking game over.
So for me, that's what I was counting on to happen, and it did happen, but did not count for Lamar Jackson turning the ball over in 2 careless moments. So, like I said, this was kind of a defensive game, but it wasn't because, and also the smart play for, the Raiders messed. The Raiders literally could have blown this game twice, maybe 3 times, because when on the possession they scored in overtime, the play before that, they got a penalty, I think, or holding call.
False start.
Not even, bro. I think it was. You know what it was? No, was it? It was a 10-yard penalty. It was something to where they had to back up and they got out of field goal range. So when they lined it back up, because I remember John Gruden sent the kicking team out, but it was delay a game.
Yeah, I see what.
In overtime, it was delay a game.
Yeah.
So, because I think there was a sack. Something happened with it was a sack or whatever, loss of yardage, and then they sent the kicking team out there to finish the game. There was on second down, but then they got delay of game. So now they back up another 5 yards. So now they're out of field goal range. But then John, he drew up the play.
He said zero coverage, no safety. Listen, man. Threw that shit up, man. Exactly. Derek Carr, that proved to me he's a top 10 quarterback in his league, like I said in the podcast.
Top 10, though?
He's a top 10. He's a top
I'll give him, he's top 16 out of all the teams.
Top 10. Because he's been winning, he's been balling ever since John Gruden got there.
He's been performing at a higher level. Yeah, he's improved in a lot of areas, definitely since John Gruden been there, but I'm not going to say he's top 10, bro. I'm not going to do that. There's a lot of other quarterbacks right now I still got in front of him. Even I put Ryan Tannehill over Derek Carr. So that's just me, though, bro.
Tua? We're going to leave that alone. All right, so let's get started, man. Let's talk about this week 2 schedule, man. The first game we got, man, the New York Giants traveling to the Washington Redskins. Now, the Redskins are favored by 3.5 points. We're not gamblers, professional gamblers or bettors right now, so we're just going to give our opinion of the game based on the spread and everything, but we're not suggesting you take our advice. We just being analysts, that's all. So, yeah, man, how you feel about this game, man? Washington at home, they took an L last week to the Chargers. It was a very tight game until the end. They had a costly fumble near their own goal line. So, how you feel about this game, man? Because they should have won last week.
They should have won. Unfortunate, their quarterback got injured too as well. And it's unfortunate, man. They actually had the potential to win that game, but I feel like this team definitely has potential since they are the defending division champs in that division they're in. But they got a lot of their like the Cowboys and the Eagles are looking better from last year. So in a sense, it's like this season starting off right now, they're declining while the other two teams are going up in a sense, right? Because to us, they have the best defense in that division, hands down. They have the better defense.
But the
Now
offense
it's just right. The offense has to help them, right? And I think that's a big struggle, man. A lot of teams we've seen that have a great defense, but the offense ain't there yet. You know what I mean? They can't meet them in the middle. And this quarterback, their backup quarterback they got playing on Heineke or whatever the fuck his name
Taylor
is.
Heineke.
I'm not feeling them.
We're gonna call him Heineken just cause.
Heineken, okay, yeah, just cause I ain't feeling him. I ain't. He guys know. I don't know if he has any real time game time experience. And I think it might be his first official NFL start.
No. Remember, he was in that Tampa Bay playoff game. He started that Tampa Bay playoff game in which he played pretty good. He put him in a good enough position to win the game, but he was going against Brady. So
okay. And who did he play against at that time?
Remember the last year wild card game, the Redskins and not the Redskins, the Washington football team versus the Buccaneers.
I thought it was Alex Smith wasn't there, was he?
No, he got hurt.
Okay, you know what? You're actually absolutely right.
Yeah, he got hurt.
He did play pretty decent in that game. Okay, my mistake. So he has some playoff game time experience. So I'll say this, based on his performance, will determine how far this team goes. That's all I'm gonna say. But they're going against the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants didn't look that good. They didn't look that good last week against the Broncos.
I'm not feeling the Giants at all, especially Daniel Jones. So just because of that fact, I'll take the Redskins on the money line. I mean, take the Washington football team on the money line, and hope their defense has their best performance so far in the upcoming week.
Yeah, man. As far as the Giants is concerned, man, Saquon is still hurt. He's still on a pitch count, so you can't get full ability. And if he doesn't do well, then that offense doesn't do well because Daniel Jones cannot carry that offense without turning the ball over in the process and ultimately costing you the game. Kenny Galladay didn't even ball like that last week. Sterling Shepard was really the one carrying them when it comes to the receptions and all that stuff. But as far as what the Giants can do, man, I feel like if Saquon could get back to at least 90% of what he used to do, then they'll have a good chance of winning this game. But he's not going to do that right now because they're still bringing him along slowly. So I feel like the Redskins going to do enough on offense to win the game, and the defense is going to do their job like they did last week until the offense had a costly mistake. So I like the Redskins to win, and I'll take the Redskins to win on the spread. I like them to cover the 3.5. So but if you can buy it down to 3, do that.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
But as far as them, I just like the Redskins to win this game.
Okay.
Defensive effort.
Okay.
All right, man. So let's go on to our next game, man. Now we have the Buffalo Bills traveling down here to the crib to play the Miami Dolphins and future Hall of Famer Tua Tagovailoa. Now, they're still favored by 3.5 points. The Bills are still favored on the road by 3.5 points over the Dolphins.
Right.
So go ahead, Jeff, take off. How you feel about them disrespecting us like that after we beat them Patriots last week, man?
So we wanted a close game in Foxborough. Good to start the season. I saw some great things I already liked from the defense.
And
they came through. And, hold on, I'm gonna get to him. But defense won this game. Definitely coming up with 2 turnovers to give us the ball to put us in position to win.
It was a team effort, Joe.
It was definitely a team effort. I like some things we did on offense as well. I like what we're doing with Waddle. I love what we're doing with Devontae Parker. Also with what we haven't seen Will Fuller yet. I haven't seen Gesicki get any reps, get any passes in that game neither. But
Belichick do what he does. He's going to take away your best weapon, what he see as your best weapon at the time.
Right, Gesicki and was possibly is our best weapon as of last year.
Exactly. That's all they go off of is what happened last year. So he was going to take Gesicki away.
He took him away, but other teammates they flourished. Gaskins, great job running the ball. Great job catching the ball outside of the backfield.
Catching out of the backfield.
Yeah. Offensive line did a decent job. Honestly, they did a decent job. Tua got sacked twice, 3 times, I believe.
Tua scrambled. Tua had to scramble too much, man.
He had to scramble too much, so they won't give him enough time in the pocket, but it gave him enough time to make some key plays with some drives here and there. I love the coaching. The play calling was very good. But the weak link for me, and you know what I'm going with this, is Tua with the one turnover, with the interception. We're going to disagree. We're going to agree to disagree.
All right.
But I feel like I need to see more of him because I feel like he got outplayed in this game. I feel like Mac Jones outperformed him. Not by much, but slightly. And to me, turnovers matter, dude. They matter. Because they could really go. Let me finish one more. Hold on. I'm gonna just say this. So the turnovers are crucial, especially when the game is that close. You cannot make mistakes against Bill Belichick like that in a game, especially in Foxborough. Not that many teams go into that stadium and win, as we know of past recent history, especially when they had Tom Brady. So I feel like Mac Jones is a rookie quarterback. We haven't seen him. This is his first official start. To me, he performed pretty good. Like, he had some rookie mistakes here and there, but, man, overall performance, he performed pretty good. Man, I was actually impressed. And I think we all had that assumption that he was going to do good under that system with Belichick. You know, he was one of the stronger candidates to have a decent career or season with New England. So, man, I feel like, man, this is Tua's second year. I need to really see some growth in him, some taking care of the ball. The talent is there. We know he could throw the ball. We know he could scramble outside the pocket and do his thing, extend the play with his feet. I'm just worried about his decision making, taking care of the ball, especially at that crucial moment when the game is on the line. We're only up by 1 point. I need you to take care of the ball. Think about what you're doing. Like, really go through your reads, and if you got to scramble outside that, the O-line did not help him. I give him that. They came at him.
They play like shit.
Well, you say shit, I say decent, because we did have a decent running game in that game. So I'm not gonna throw the offensive line under the bus.
They played okay because they did a good job with the run.
Right, that's what I'm saying. What you see as an overall, that they didn't play good, to me, they played decent because we were at least able to run the ball, which was a key weakness of us last year. So now we have a decent running game to add with our passing attack. That opens up the playbook for Tua. You see what I'm saying? So that's my thing, is because we were successful running the ball and throwing the ball outside on the run with Gaskins, it opened up a lot of stuff. Plus, they didn't have their best corner, Gilmore, so that was a big advantage. We took advantage of, especially with our speedy wide receivers and back. So we used our speed against them to kill them, and that paid off. Like, that's why I like what Brian Flores did. But I'm gonna say overall performance was a team effort, definitely. But Tua has to get better. He has to. Our future, right now we're going to play last year division champs Buffalo at home. This is the greatest measuring stick up to right now, whether he's our future quarterback for years to come.
So if he go 2-0, then that's really going to silence people because they expected him to go 0-2 during the stretch.
Right, exactly. Because
if he goes 2-0, ain't that much people could really say.
No, because that's two divisional wins right there in our back pocket.
Back to back.
Back to back. That puts us in the number one driving seat for a while until we play the Jets and the Buffalo and New England again later down the season. But that's what I'm saying, right? To me, in order for us to get 2-0, Tua has to have one of his best performances so far in his career. He has to.
I felt like Tua, with everything that was happening, what was happening in the game, I think he did a pretty good job, man. He had over 200 yards passing. He had a passing TD to Jalen Waddle, and he had a rushing TD, man. Now that interception he threw, he was really trying to throw the ball away, and he was trying to throw the ball away. He didn't have enough power to throw it away because why? He was getting hit. You know why he was getting hit? Because the O-line didn't do their job and block for him. See, Matt Jones' O-line was solid. Our pass rush barely got to him, and he had a lot of time to throw the ball. And then he had so much time, he was getting through to his third read before dumping it off to the running back, in which the running backs was having good yards after the catch. So that what made Mac Jones' numbers look good. Besides everything that happened, he had a nice touchdown pass to Aguilar and all that stuff. But a lot of
Yeah.
this dink and dunk and all that stuff. Tua's actually throwing the ball downfield and attacking them downfield. Tua's throwing deep. Like he hit
But to
Devontae
me,
Parker.
he did a better job of taking care of the ball. Those turnovers that New England had didn't come at the cost of him. It came at the cost of the running backs. They had both of the running backs fumble the ball.
But he wasn't taking any chances like that, though. Matt Jones wasn't taking chances like Tua was taking chances downfield.
Sometimes, bro, man,
he had a
say
better
that's not a bad
O-line.
thing. Sometimes that's not a bad thing.
He had a better O-line.
Yeah, he had a better O-line. Definitely had a better O-line. But
And he
to
was
me,
able
that's
to
not.
dunk. That's why his numbers look way better than Tua's on paper.
Right, but it may not be sexy that he's dumping the ball short, but it's moving it's continuing to drive. You know, it's getting them to where they could be in a position to either get some type of points, if not a touchdown, either a field goal or punt the ball off and put our offense in a bad situation to where we gotta play from with our end zone in the back of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then because it's all about field position battling too. And that's why I feel like with Tua, that's where he's failing us at, is that in drives that we may have to punt the ball away, he's giving it away and giving them great field position. Like I said, we was up by 1 point. So I feel like that's a crucial mistake in the fourth quarter in Foxborough against Belichick. You cannot do that.
I feel like everybody's harping on that one mistake, but ignoring everything else
I'm not.
he did in that game.
I'm not, bro. Honestly, the rushing touchdown, he could have dumped it off to his tight end. Tight end was wide open right there, but he just waltzed it in, which I don't mind. I don't mind at all. But to me, that could have easily been a passing touchdown as well.
A touchdown is a touchdown. I take
you're right. I'm not taking nothing away from him. Just saying that his decision making on that play right there, to walk it in instead of throwing the ball, I like that. That's showing me some, you know what I mean, like a little bit more maturity, taking care of the ball. You know what I mean? Because you're only like 5 yards away from the end zone. Nobody's in front of you. Just run it in. Don't throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. So that's why I'm saying, like, I like that. Like, that's the type of stuff I need to see more. Him making better decisions with the ball. That's it, bro.
I mean, yeah, he's gonna have to do it this week because Buffalo, they still have a good defense. Even though they lost to Pittsburgh 23-16, their defense did as much as they can to contain Big Ben and the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. It's just that Josh Allen didn't have the Josh Allen game that he usually had last year. So
honestly, man, I think that people kind of gave up on Pittsburgh because of last season, how they ended it. And I think they didn't give them enough credit, especially Mike Tomlin, enough credit to actually having a whole month preparing for one team and not expecting them to have any chance at all. To me, in Buffalo, to me, was ridiculous. I'm like, Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches in this league. And it's like giving Belichick a whole month to prepare for a team. He going best believe gonna be a dogfight. I mean, in result that we want that game, but I feel like they wrote them off too soon in that game. And that's why they underestimated them in a sense, and that's why they won. So, but I think there's gonna be a better performance this upcoming week with Buffalo against us, especially. I mean tougher environment.
Our defense,
better defense. Better defense. We actually could enforce turnovers. I feel like we're gonna have to really shut down the run game completely,
which we had trouble with this past week with the Patriots.
Right. So they rushed for like 120 some yards, I believe. So we gotta actually do better with stopping the run, and actually start. I want to say keying up some blitzes to really get Josh Allen on his heels and force him to make a bad mistake and make a bad throw. Do not give him time in the pocket at all whatsoever. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, if we force him to make bad throws, we have the defensive backfield to capitalize on those mistakes. So.
That's what I mean. We got decent defensive backs that can cover, that can be in position to get to turn the ball over, get an interception. So that's what I mean. That's gonna help us because we did that well last year as well too. So we actually we got 2 turnovers in the New England game. So I feel like we carried over to this game. We at least get 2 turnovers, whether it's a pick or fumble, whatever. That's gonna give us a big advantage, especially if Tua take care of the ball. I mean, continues drives.
I think it's gonna be a bigger emphasis on the run this week. It has to.
Yes, definitely. Well, because Josh Allen is a very mobile quarterback, so we have to do a good job.
We gotta keep him off the pocket
and contain him. Right, or even that, and that's what I mean with taking care of the ball. Continue to drive. Tua has to know that you cannot give that man too much time on the field because he's he's hyped up for the reason. You know what I mean? It ain't we overreacting this and that. The man is good. He's proven himself as an elite quarterback in this league. He's deadly with the run and can throw the ball deep. And they got weapons outside.
You don't think people starting to figure him out now? I mean, Pittsburgh did a pretty good job last week, man. So
they did, but at the same time, there's only but so much you can do with a quarterback like that. So I feel like they had the best game plan going in to neutralize him, definitely. For some reason, his offense protection wasn't that great to me. The run game, man, it wasn't there.
No, they don't have a run game in Buffalo. That's why I'm not too much worried about it.
Okay, so then when that means he's their run game.
Yeah.
They're gonna do some read option plays with him. They're gonna probably do some quarterback draws or whatever like that in like close yardage situation for the first. So to me, this is our best asset for the Miami is our defense. Their best asset is their offense. So it's gonna be our defense versus their offense this week.
And they don't have a pass rush.
They don't, but right. But my thing is, with our offensive line only performing well with the run, I would like to see us run the ball more effectively to open up the pass for Tua, so we can kind of catch him off guard in a sense. You know what I mean? Hit him deep, hit him water coming across the middle, whatever. You know what I mean? So and get Gesicki in the rhythm of things too. Because I think Gesicki's gonna be a big key factor in this upcoming week game.
I think he have to, man, you know, because I think they're going to try to key on the outside receivers especially with Will Fuller coming back. That's another factor that they got to account for is actually getting beat over the top, not only by Waddle, but by Fuller now. So I think that's going
to. And Devontae Parker too as well. So
yeah, but Devontae a 50-50 person. He ain't going to run by you and burn you for a score, but he'll do a jump.
And the man, I ain't seen a defensive back out jump him yet. I ain't seen it yet. So
but all that stuff that could happen, that's gonna open up the field for Gesicki to actually eat this week.
Right. I like him on the matchup 1-on-1 with any linebacker right now, especially down the seam of the field. I love him. So yeah.
All right. So we both like the Dolphins. It's just a matter of if we're gonna take them on the money line or we'll take them on the spread.
Since we are the underdogs in this game, I'm gonna take them on the spread. If they give me 3.5, I'm taking that.
Yeah,
because I feel like not the last game of the season when we lost in a horrific fashion, but the game before that we lost by 3 points, and I think this is going to be another close game because when we're playing at our best, we can play them. We can definitely do our thing. So I'm taking them on the spread. Dolphins on the spread.
Yeah, man, I'm taking my Fins on the spread too, man, because you know, is it going to be a defensive game? It's going to be hot,
right? It's gonna be humid, I feel
like we're gonna make Josh Allen make a lot of mistakes, man. Then I feel like the defense is gonna capitalize on those mistakes, and I feel like our offense is gonna put up points based off of those mistakes. And Tua is gonna have a non-turnover week this week.
We need to put that in the atmosphere. He needs to.
He's not gonna turn the ball over. He's not
gonna turn the ball over.
Perfect this week.
We're gonna put that in the universe. He's not gonna turn the ball over. All right, you can't. All right,
guarantee that. Because that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. Anyway, let's move on to the next game, man. We have another 1 o'clock game. It's the Chicago Bears at home against the Cincinnati Bengals. Chicago is favored by 2.5 points. So, man, how you feel about this game, man? Joe Burrow came back pretty strong last week against Minnesota, man. You know, he looked good throwing the ball. He had 2 touchdown passes, I think. And Jamar Chase is starting to catch the ball now, so.
Man, honestly, I knew Jamar Chase was going to be a matter of time before he made his presence in this league, man. Like, we saw what he did in college. He's routing up Alabama corners. So that says a lot in a sense. And he's going against LSU corners. Both schools are known to put out decent corners in the NFL. So there you go right there. To me, that says a lot. But just that chemistry with Joe Burrow and Chase, man, eventually it was going to link. They were going to link up. You know, same thing with Tua and Waddle. You know, with that chemistry they had in that previous level, that transitions well, especially when you got a caliber quarterback like Joe Burrow who can actually sling the ball and is not careless with the ball. Actually, man, he's starting to be one of my favorite young quarterbacks because I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
He's in a tough division where he has 3 division opponents that are looking like playoff teams. And to me, Cincinnati is not a lavish city. It's not sexy. It's not vacationing city. But
they
he's
do,
make it
yeah, they do
right.
have playmakers on offense to
They have
make it
playmakers.
happen. Yeah, they do.
I'm seeing a resurgence in that city for football. How I remember when Andy Dalton first started playing with them, and they was having some success. They was beating decent teams. They were actually looking like they could make the playoffs, but come up short. You know what I
And
mean? But
and also Andy Dalton is starting for the Bears, it look like again. So this can be a revenge game for Andy Dalton. But that's gonna
I
be
don't
later in this.
this ain't no revenge game. Let me
Don't
tell you
think
right
so?
now.
Oh, you think they're gonna put Fields in off back? Like if he
No,
messed
no, 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 no. Fields won't start yet. The reason why I say this is because Cincinnati doesn't have a great defense. And I feel like they feel like the offensive line could do a decent job against them and kind of see what Andy Dalton can see what he can do with these weapons he has on offense, right?
you gonna make
Trying to give him a chance. Right. Try to see what he can do. You know what I mean? Before week 5 or 6, when the fans are like, hey, what's going on, man? We 1-3. Or we 2 and because if they start off 1-3, he's Justin Fields coming in the game. They're not gonna be at the half mark of the season.
Don't give him
and
a
he puts
quarter.
them in. The moment they become 1-3 is the moment he will start. Or they become an under 500 team and they could potentially become a playoff team. Fields will play. Fields definitely will get reps. We saw that last week against the Rams. He had a touchdown run in and he threw a pass as well too. So, man, honestly, bro, it's just a matter of time. I actually like the fact that they're making him sit because they know that their offensive line isn't that great. And they were going against a great defense, and anything can happen. With Aaron Donald's on the fucking line, and with DB they have too. So I think that's a bad game to put a rookie quarterback in. As far because Miami did that last year with Tua. You know, we threw him in first starting official game against the Rams last year. Very first play, he gets sacked for a loss of like 9 yards. So it's like
Still won the game.
Still won the game, but it was a scary moment because we're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this is our future franchise quarterback, and he's already got sacked his fucking first play against a great defense, a pass rushing defense. So that puts you at a little like, hesitant, like, man, I don't know, like, what is the right move? Honestly, there's never a right move. You're always gonna get critiqued on whatever you do. If you start them too soon, start them too early. So there's no right or wrong decision here. I feel like though the pressure is gonna be on his ass if they start out 1-3. The fans, the organizations, the like First Take, ESPN, they're gonna bring that fire to that coach. They're gonna. I'm telling you, it happens. It happens all the time to where they got a hot rookie sitting on the bench at QB, and it's a lot of pressure from the fans and the media in the city being put on that coach to start this guy to see what he has, and they forces the coach's hand to play him. You know what I mean? Because to me, in a sense, it's like why wait that long if you're gonna play him anyway? But I understand the process. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Everybody does it their own way. Everybody has their own feelings on how they're gonna do it. So let them do it. Let's see if it pays out for Chicago Bears. But in this game, Bears favored by 2.5 points. I feel like this will be another close game.
Nah, man. It's under a field goal, man. I'll take Chicago on the spread. Just because I feel like their defense is gonna play a little bit better than they played last week against the Rams.
Okay.
Stafford went off. I don't think they're gonna let that happen for a second week in a row. And remember, Cincinnati's O-line isn't that good, and Chicago has Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack probably gonna get him a couple sacks this week. So I feel like their defense is gonna tighten up things a little bit. And I also feel like Andy Dalton is gonna ball because Cincinnati's defense isn't that good either. So I feel like Andy Dalton is gonna do good enough to hold off Justin Fields for another week. He's probably gonna have at least like 2 touchdown passes. Plus, David Montgomery is a beast right now. And, they're going to be able to establish the run very easily. So I'm going with Chicago on the spread. I'll take the 2.5.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that because Dalvin Cook didn't do so hot with their Cincinnati defense.
I mean, he did pretty good. I think he ran for over 90 yards. He had a rushing touchdown. He had that one costly fumble in overtime.
Okay, but I mean, as far as having an outbreak performance, like I don't see Montgomery doing just as good as Cook did. Dalvin Cook did.
Which is why I said Andy Dalton is going to have one of those good games.
That's gonna happen because there's gonna be a lot of feelings going into this game.
Yeah.
He's playing his old team that he gave a lot of his years to, and they let him go, right? So, and they let him go for the guy they got a quarterback right now. So they didn't want a QB battle whatsoever. They was like, no, we're just gonna cut ties with you, bro. We don't think you want to play back up to this guy anyway. So just to do everybody a favor, we're just gonna break that relationship up. But man, I'm going with Cincinnati. I'm gonna buy half a point at 3. I'm gonna go with Cincinnati on this one because I think their offense is almost, in a sense, slightly better than the Bears' offense. They got Joe Mixon. They got a decent running back. To me, Joe Burrow is the better quarterback. Jamar Chase, so far right now, off of last week performance, he's the better wide receiver in this game. So when it comes into factor, it's like they can put up points. Yes, they're gonna get pressure on him. I believe they will. That will be a big key factor. But man, I for some reason, man, I have doubted Cincinnati too many times just to say that a Bears team with Andy Dalton starting their QB go run through them. Maybe if Justin Fields was starting, it'd be a different story. Cause maybe I'm a little bit biased when it comes to the QB position. But at the same time, bro, I'm not gonna deny the fact that they have a decent offense that can put up points.
They do, but Minnesota's pass rusher wasn't there last week, and have Khalil Mack this week. That enough alone is going to make it a harder time for Joe Burrow to do what he did last week. So,
it is. But I want to see what he does against a top defense. I think he might perform well. We got to see. I mean, like we just got to watch. But I'm taking Cincinnati on the spread. I'm buying half a point for 3 points.
Okay, I understand that. That's cool. So let's go on to our next game.
Yeah.
All right, the next 1 o'clock game is the Cleveland Browns at home against the Houston Texans, and the Cleveland Browns are favored by 12.5. Now, last week, Cleveland had Kansas City on the ropes, and then all of a sudden, Mahomes turned into Madden 22 and went off and brought the boys back out of nowhere. But they had Kansas City on the ropes, but Cleveland couldn't close out, and then Baker threw the interception.
It's Baker. Baker blew that game for them. So that's all I'm gonna say.
He blew that game. Yeah. Baker and that defense blew that game. The defense crumbled with Patrick Mahomes, which you're not surprised because it's Patrick Mahomes.
Not surprised at all. Like he does that to a lot of defense, except for the Super Bowl against the Buccaneers. So man, look.
Wait, hold on. And you know what's the name? Houston did beat Jacksonville last week too, surprisingly, and they got it to the point when what's the name is about to leave again. Urban Meyer, man, you know that USC job is open. You know Urban Meyer ready to hop on that. He ain't used to losing. He ain't trying to stay on this losing train that he's stuck on for right now contractually.
He's gonna pull the Nick Saban move.
He is
about to pull that Nick Saban move. At least he didn't leave them how Nick Saban left the Dolphins. So Nick Saban left us all fucked up.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna say. At least he drafted them a future franchise quarterback that the next coach could build a team, an offense around him. So I'm gonna say, as of right now, to me, he's the best coach they ever had. So, but hold on, I'm gonna get on topic. So with Houston and
it's Houston traveling to Cincinnati.
And Cleveland.
I mean, not Cincinnati, he's traveling to Cleveland, and Cleveland by 12.5.
So I love Cleveland's defense. So I think it's going to be a harder task for Houston to do what they did against Jacksonville. Jacksonville definitely has one of the weaker defense, maybe the weakest defense in the whole league. So yeah, Baker Mayfield will probably shine in this game, definitely. Odell will still be out of this game, but they still got Jarvis Landry. They still got that Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb backfield, that two-headed dragon, that backfield.
They're gonna run for over 200 yards.
Oh yeah, I like it. I love it. They're gonna get the ball passing out the backfield as well too. They're gonna eat them up. I like what I seen with Houston though, man. For some reason, I'm not gonna write Houston off so much. Giving them 12 points.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of points, man. I don't care what nobody says. That's a lot of points.
That's almost 2 touchdowns.
I can't really rate their defense on the performance they did against Jacksonville. Jacksonville was still able to put up points, but I don't know how well. I didn't watch that game close enough to see what they did well, what they didn't do well. I only saw the highlights with Trevor Lawrence. So Trevor Lawrence threw 3 interceptions.
Ass. Doo-doo.
So I'm gonna say that to say very unexpected. very maybe 1 interception and maybe 1 interception. But 3, man. And yeah, you can see it costed them the game. I think the score was 37-21, I believe, right?
Yeah, it was something like that, man. It don't help that Urban Meyer calling those optimistic offensive plays too. Those little offensive plays, man. You know that shit ain't gonna work in the NFL. You got to be more creative than that.
I won't say it won't work. It just a lot of defensive coordinators to catch on to what you're doing and make the right adjustments. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, man. Hopefully Trevor Lawrence performs better, but I don't know with this defense, man. I really like Cleveland's defense. I saw some things. I like what they did against Kansas City, against Patrick Mahomes, how they kind of neutralized them until like the second half, the fourth quarter, in a sense. So I like Cleveland. I'm taking them.
Take Cleveland.
I'm buying the points down to like maybe 8.5 or 9 if I can, but I'm going with them on Cleveland on the money line just to be safer bet. They ain't gonna really make ain't gonna give you the best odds, but man, Houston, I like what Tyrod what he's doing. So they got David Johnson. They got Mark Ingram, which is a decent run game. It's not, you know what I mean, but they actually were productive.
They have
Brandon Cook also performed very well. So in that sense, to me, and plus Tyrod, he's a dual threat quarterback. He can run the ball, he can throw the ball. Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of people forgot what he did with the Bills when they made the playoffs, their first playoff appearance in some odd years, so long ago, right? That he actually started the Bills being that playoff conversation, championship conversation before they got Josh Allen. Because they weren't really sold on Tyrod Taylor. So when they dropped Josh Allen, they didn't want to have a QB battle at all neither. So they got rid of old boy as soon as they grabbed Josh Allen. So, man,
I'm taking Cleveland on the money line. 7 points is too rich.
Yeah,
too much in the NFL game. That's over a touchdown, and you never know what type of Baker Mayfield you're gonna get, man. You feel me? If the running game ain't working how it's supposed to be working, that means you're gonna depend on Baker a little bit more than you want to. So that's why
I got this.
Go ahead.
This is why I'm at with it. This is where I'm at with it. Either you take Houston, you buy them 13.5.
No, I ain't trusting that either.
Cleveland on the money line. No. The run line?
The money line.
I'm saying I got 2. This is my 2 picks for this game. Either you take Cleveland on the money line, or you take Houston on the spread, and you buy 1.5 or you buy 2 points, whatever you're gonna buy.
So you're gonna buy the 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I like it. I'd rather go with Cleveland on the money line. I'll go with the better team, though. Yeah, because
right, of course. But for me, when you talking about putting a team that could possibly cover the spread, because Houston covered the spread, Cleveland covered the spread against Kansas City, so they both had good. No, they covered the spread of the last week. Just Cleveland came up short. They actually could have won the game, and Houston won the game against a lesser opponent. So honestly, man, I think those 2 picks decent with, but definitely the sure bet is Cleveland on the money line.
Yeah, Cleveland on the money line. Baker's gonna have a okay game. He's gonna have a complimentary game, probably like at least a touchdown or 2. But they're gonna rush for at least 200 yards. I think Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt is gonna be running up and down the field on them, and they're gonna
tear him up.
They're gonna try to keep the ball out of Baker Mayfield's hands as much as possible.
Yeah, I
think that's what's gonna happen. So let's get to the next game, man. Now we have the Los Angeles Rams traveling to the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are favored by not the Colts, but the Rams are favored by 3.5 on the road against the Colts.
I like it.
Man, go ahead. How you feel about that, man? I feel like Carson Wentz did okay last week against Seattle.
Right.
That Seattle defense doesn't have anything on this Los Angeles Rams defense. So
not at all.
I just it's probably gonna be a defensive game.
No, you're very mistaken, my brother. As much as I like your opinion, I'ma respectfully disagree with you on that because, man, Matthew Stafford looked like a beast against a very good Bears defense as well. You know what I mean? To me, I'm gonna say the Bears defense and Indianapolis defense are probably even. In a sense, they even. They got pass rushers, they got linebackers, they got decent DBs, and man, they lit them boys up, man. So, and especially with Kupp and Woods, and you got Tutu, you got a decent run game with Henderson. Man, Matthew Stafford looking like the quarterback they needed to get back in that playoff Super Bowl conversation. They're a playoff team because of that defense, but now their offense is looking like a true West Coast style playoff ready to go offense right now. Like they're ready right now. I didn't see no rust or dust on Matthew Stafford in that game. And man, I don't think this game. I like the Rams by a touchdown. I think that they're gonna rush the shit. They're gonna force Wentz outside the pocket, which I feel like he actually kind of hurt himself in that game last week's the previous week's game. He kind of limping off the field some plays when he got sacked. He got hit too many times. That offensive line didn't hold up like I thought they would. Since Seattle defense actually looked it better, like their pass rushing defense looked it better, not giving too many quarterbacks a lot of time in that pocket with Wentz. So I'm going on the Rams by a touchdown. So I'll take the Rams on the spread with the 3.5.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. The Colts have a chance to win this game, man. If they keep the ball out of Wentz's hands and use Jonathan Taylor the way they're supposed to, they try to run the ball heavy and establish the run. That'll make the game more competitive and keep the game more in the Colts' favor. But I don't see that happen. I see Los Angeles going in there. They're going to play shutdown defense, and then they're going to have Matt Stafford go ahead and put up the points that he need to put up. So I like the Rams to win on the money line as well. And plus Aaron
on the spread or the money line.
Well, matter of fact, I'll probably go with the spread because it's only 3.5. You can buy that down.
Exactly.
When you
can buy it down to 3 points.
Buy down to feel comfortable. But don't be surprised if they do only win by 3 because hey, if the Colts get that running game working, then it could probably make it a more competitive game down the stretch.
I mean, we'll see though, man. I just think I wasn't expecting that type of performance from Seattle for them to win the way they did. Because Russell Wilson was throwing that bitch. He was lights out, man. He made them DBs look real average. He looked like, you know what I'm saying? So, and Matthew Stafford had a similar performance. You know what I mean? So against a better defense, against the Bears defense. So that's why I'm giving the edge to the Rams definitely. Because they really outperformed my expectations off game week 1 off the rip against a great defense.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. All right, let's go to the next game, man. We got the New England Patriots traveling to play the New York Jets. And the Patriots are favored by 6 points right now. Now, the Patriots had a heartbreaking loss to the Miami Dolphins last week. They couldn't beat Tua. But, they go and play the Jets and Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, he played kind of shaky. The stat sheet don't show it, but he played kind of shaky against the Panthers, man. So how you feel about this game?
I feel like the performance I've seen from Mac Jones and their defense, I think they should be getting Gilmore back this week too as well. So the defense is going to be at 100%. I feel like New England should win pretty easy. I think they're a better team than the Panthers. Zach Wilson is going to have that offensive line is really going to show whether they can hold up and protect him.
They can.
Honestly, it might be one of them games where you see him get pulled out the third quarter if New England winning by like 4 touchdowns, honestly, because it's not worth the risk to keep your franchise quarterback out there taking that type of punishment unless you running the ball all 3 downs and expect a play action pass, a quick play, you know what I mean? Something here and there. So, but yeah, if this game get out of hand, their coach, the Jets coach, is smart enough. I like him. I like his coaching style, what he did with the Niners. Actually had a good game plan going against the Panthers. It was a closer game than I thought it was going to be.
It wasn't supposed to be that close.
It wasn't, but it was a closer. Like I give credit to him with the game plan with coaching. I give that to coaching. That's why I was that close because he's a pretty good coach. So by saying that, I believe that this game will get out of hand. That New England will probably be up by like 4 touchdowns, and late in the third quarter, he's gonna have to make a decision to pull franchise quarterback out the game and not taking that punishment no more because it ain't no point even trying to come back from 4 touchdowns late in the third or early in the fourth quarter. It was like pull them out. Even three touchdowns, even if you're only down by 3 touchdowns, yeah, you're not supposed to give up, whatever. But man, look, if you could prevent something from happening, like there's a time to be a coach and there's a time to think what's best for the organization, right? You got that coach mentality, never give up, play to the last second, this and that.
Nah, that shit done. That shit don't.
Right. Not at the expense of your players, your best players getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like I like what like it's crazy how the NFL never does what the NBA does when the NBA team is getting blown out by more than 20 points. And you see in the fourth quarter, they bench their starters. It's like, yeah, man, we ain't like, you know what I mean? It's like I want to see more of that from NFL players. It's like you got to take care of your best assets, man. Right now, that's your best asset on the team. So,
yeah. But to Zach Wilson's credit, you know, he did have a good rapport with what's his name? Chris Davis. That's his name, the wide receiver that they just got from Tennessee.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And he made a good amount of plays. You know, he was able to ball out for him. You know, that's probably the only offensive threat that they have right now. So, you know, He could probably make a little noise, but you know, that could stop too if Gilmore do play this week.
But my thing is the Jets have no running game.
They don't at all. They don't have a running back.
Right, against a very good run defense in the New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
So already Belichick is going to take what you do best and then force you to do something you don't do good at all. Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean.
It's going to be
like
go ahead.
Yeah. No, it's like, to me, that's where the game could get ugly, out of hand, and they're going to have to make a decision for the organization and pull their best assets off the field and just let it be what it is. Like, you know, because there ain't no point. Ain't no point to me. Like, yeah, you play, but man, come on, man. Like, it's only week 2. I mean, that's our first division loss in the division. You know, against a division rival, but you still got Miami, still got Buffalo. So I feel like until y'all can figure out a solid scheme, come up with playing against New England, I feel like this ain't gonna get ugly. They're gonna get down by 4 touchdowns late in the third quarter, and they're gonna need to bench Zach Wilson and Chris Davis. They're gonna need to bench their best assets. Even the offensive line, somebody start offensive line, they're gonna need to bench them and just let the game play out and let them whatever. You know what I mean? Like, not even saying throwing the white flag, but there's no point trying to be competitive when y'all not being competitive at all. It's obvious.
It's gonna be redemption week for Belichick, man. He gonna have
exactly
out there, get a whole bunch of turnovers. Zach Wilson gonna look like a 5th round pick.
Slick Jones gonna look like one of the best.
You a Zach Wilson Avenger, man. What's good?
Yes.
What you gotta say about that Zach Wilson?
Oh my
shit?
God.
Here we go again. You know, I ain't gonna say, I was the goal of last week. But yeah, I was the goal of last week. But yeah, no, honestly, yeah, I think Zach Wilson is for the half. A rough day this weekend. So yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be double digits. I think it's gonna be closer than what people think it is. But I think he might throw a pick or 2. But yeah.
3. Don't.
No, 2. Pick a 2.
You gonna see ghosts like Darnold.
Pick a 2. Hey, listen, he gonna see ghosts like Tua. So, but yeah.
Damn.
Hey, but we got the dub though.
Yeah.
Got the dub though.
Off of Howard, Xavier Howard.
Hey, we already passed that. We already talked about that game. It's too late.
Xavier.
Too late.
The X-Man.
Too late. We already talked about that game. You late. You can't.
I'm pretty sure.
Too late to get that game.
It's cool.
Xavier Howard, baby.
Hey.
Yeah.
But who the win go to though? Who record does the win go to? Tua. Star quarterback record.
No. The Dolphins. The Dolphins.
Yeah, no. What happened to that? Oh, it's a team effort shit, huh?
Exactly. You see,
Nick get on here.
Tua get the win on his what's the name?
Hey, you see how biased he is, bro?
Anyway, on this New England and Jets game, New England's gonna win, and I like them to cover the spread of 6. Jeff, you like New England to win and to cover the spread by 6?
Yeah, they're gonna win by at least double digits, easy 21 points probably. Shit, that's how I'm thinking. But yeah, go ahead.
All right, Nick, how you like New England to win? You gonna take the spread of 6 points? If you was a betting man?
No.
He said no.
I like the Jets. I like the Jets to cover that 6 points.
What?
Hey, listen.
Hey.
Hold on now.
Explain this bullshit.
Hey. In Randy words, it's a method to my madness, right? Hey, y'all what?
Fucked
Y'all
up
said,
madness.
listen. Y'all boys thought I was on drugs, pills, automobiles. When I chose the Raiders to beat the Ravens, I was the only one. Everybody else thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
But just listen to me. I'm not saying that the Jets is going to win. All I'm just saying is they're going to cover the 6.5. That's it.
Belichick just got embarrassed at home. You think he gonna let that shit happen with Zach
Listen,
Wilson?
bro. One thing I can say about the Jets, this ain't no normal Jets team that was back in no Adam Gates. They got food from the 49ers and food. I saw that,
He can
that
coach.
first half, they was trash. But that second half, the boys came alive, bro. Zach Wilson looked like a total different quarterback. And that's one thing that I could say about these new coaches that's been going on. They'll see what the first half they come, and then in that halftime they'll adjust and they'll come back. It'll be better. You know.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen this week, bro.
Okay, we gonna see. Hey, we gonna see. Hey, my words. We're gonna cover that spread, bro.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next game, which you came in at a damn nick of time. Ain't that crazy?
Oh yeah. Hey,
pun intended. Because we got the 49ers traveling to play the Eagles. And the 49ers are favored by 3 points. So, Nick, let me let you go first since this is your garbage-ass team that we're about to talk about. How you feel? How do you feel the Eagles going to win this game? Because I know you're going to say they're going to win.
I feel great. I feel great. I feel like it's going to be a defensive game. It ain't going to be like too much of high scoring. But I just don't trust Jimmy Garoppolo. I trust my quarterback. That's my quarterback, Jalen Hurts. I feel like he's going to make better plays. Jimmy Garoppolo going to do what Tua did, but he just ain't going to get escaped with a fumble at the thing, So we should beat them. I say 21-17.
Go ahead, Jeff. I don't hear this bullshit no more.
All right. Niners we got the running back position right now. Mosley he having a season-ending surgery.
That running back position is interchangeable with them though.
You're right. They I think they got a decent backup. I'm kind of feeling what Nick's saying about Jimmy Garoppolo. He had a really good performance against Detroit. That he performed well, but against a better defense. Because I think the Eagles have a better defense than Detroit. Better front seven definitely. So I think like the pass rush is gonna cut. They're gonna probably get to him. But I honestly, Niners got a great offensive line. So it's gonna be interesting seeing that matchup. That's gonna be a great matchup to add, to really see, to see if the Eagles can really get to him and affect him, or even if they put in Trey Lance and get him some reps in there and see what he does. You know what I mean? Like to actually have a mobile quarterback out there, because I think a lot of defense is gonna struggle with any mobile quarterback that can also throw the ball deep. So, actually, for me, I'm staying away from this game because I think it's going to be a close game. As far as covering the spread, I feel like the Eagles will cover the spread, definitely. I feel like I don't know if they'll win, though, just because are they playing – who's playing home again?
Eagles.
Eagles at home, and the Niners are favored by 3.
Shit. Because they're playing at home, I think the Eagles fans are now starting to – that last game against the Falcons, that they breathed some type of life into the Eagles fans. As Nick mentioned before, earlier before the podcast, that his jersey sales went up 500% after that win against the Falcons.
I don't care about that shit.
Hold on, wait. I'm saying this to say
Tua had the number one selling jersey when he got drafted.
Calm down, bro. I'm not on tour. Tua had his moment.
Exactly.
Calm down. Boy, I can't make this a tour competition.
Exactly.
All right, y'all say that shit off the podcast. What I'm saying is that the fans are starting to have confidence in Jalen Hurts. I think they needed to see this. They needed to see that type of win, that type of performance from last week to actually get them behind him. Because now we're going to see the entire Eagles organization behind, okay, that's our quarterback. Like how you was with Tua. That's how they feel about with Jalen Hurts. He had a great performance that game. He actually did. He had probably that was his best performance so far in the league. That was his best performance. Defense played lights out. They didn't give Matt Ryan shit. Matt Ryan, honestly, days are numbered because of that game. I feel like his days are numbered in the NFL as a starting QB. He may be a backup, he may be a damn quarterback coach here or there, whatever the fuck he gonna be at. But honestly, I think the Atlanta Falcons are gonna do away with that shit real soon after this season. Like, I'm done with it. I already washed my hands with them. I'm not never put my money ever on Atlanta and never in life. I didn't bet on that game, but I'm saying this. I like the Eagles to win that game anyway, but I'm saying the way they won, Matt Ryan days are numbered.
It in the for real. You would think that it would have been a shootout. It was gonna be like, them boys gonna put up a lot of points, but 6 points. Yeah, that's crazy.
Calvin Ridley ain't do much of nothing that game. He wasn't even a factor in that game. I'm not gonna say that's a fact to keep out to the Eagles, huh?
Kyle Pitts ain't do shit either.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts ain't do shit either. So I'm guessing them boys won't get no separation, won't get open. For Matt Ryan, you could blame that shit, but at the same time, man, that's an excuse that I don't want to hear. Fuck all that. Yeah. So I got the Eagles.
They was at the crib.
Yeah, I got the Eagles covering the spread and winning the game. Honestly, I got them winning the game. In the close, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. I
don't know how you got Nick to convince you of this bullshit about the Eagles, but the Eagles are not gonna do what the fuck they did to the Falcons. The Falcons are a D2 team at this point. The 49ers are fighting for the position of the best team in the NFC West.
Oh, wow.
And the defense that the Niners got, even though that shit, they golf come back like that shit's not gonna happen this week. Nick Bosa's gonna be in y'all backfield all day, Nick. Nick Bosa's gonna be back there. Jalen Hurts is not gonna look like how he looked against the Falcons, bro. That shit is not gonna happen. The Niners defense is way better than that shit y'all played last week. Stop playing yourself, man. Stop playing just to make him believe in y'all.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
I put a gun to Jeff in and say,
I'm just saying. I think the Niners are really gonna establish the run, and they got Elijah Mitchell back there. He looked good. He rushed for over 100. So he's
Case in point. Hey, you can't be double standard. You just basically say Elijah Mitchell looked good against who? The Lions defense? Who in the fuck the Lions defense have?
They running backs interchangeable. But but y'all don't have any.
Still the Lions defense.
That's
just like the Falcons defense.
Y'all don't have DBs anyway, so if anything, y'all gonna get did in through the passing game anyway. So, like I said, and plus the Niners defense is way better than the Falcons defense. So Jalen Hurts is not gonna look at least a fraction of how he looked against the Falcons. He's probably gonna throw at least 2 or 3 interceptions. So I like 49ers. I like the cover. I like the Niners to cover the spread. I'll take them on the spread. I'll probably even buy up points and give y'all points. That's how much I like the Niners. I'm just saying. That's how much I like the Niners, man.
All right. Hey, $100 right now. Take the spread. I got $100. Give me the spread.
I'm not a betting man, but if I was a betting man,
okay, betting man. Okay.
But I like the Niners on the spread, man. I like the Niners on the spread.
Okay.
So. All right, man. So we're gonna talk about the next game now, which is, the Las Vegas Raiders coming off that hell of a win, going to travel to Pittsburgh to play them Steelers, man. They're gonna play the Steelers. The Steelers are favored by 5.5 points right now. Jeff, man, how you feel about this game?
Man, I think we all gotta bite our tongue on them Raiders, man, because last week we were giving them boys hell on this podcast.
Y'all
was chance
giving
to hell. That's what I'm
hey.
saying. Me, Marvin, your ass too, Randy.
I ain't saying much. I told
you ain't say much.
Carr was a top 10 quarterback.
Whatever.
Listen, don't do that. No, exactly. Don't do that.
I didn't say that.
Whatever.
Don't do that. But still,
I'm gonna own up to my shit.
Boy, you said them boy, I was on drugs. You, Randy. It was
I
you.
didn't say that. No, Marvin.
Yes, you did. It was you. It was you.
All right. So you putting words in my mouth now?
Go ahead. Pull the podcast up.
Exactly.
Pull the episode up, man. Hey, but yeah, man. Saw a lot of things that I liked that John Gruden did, and a lot of shit I didn't like what John Gruden did. So Man, I'm gonna go with the safer pick with the Steelers on the money line.
Yeah.
Boys on the road. And I think Big Ben is performing better than he did last season when it's far towards the end of last season. I feel like that O-line, it's a whole fresh O-line, new O-line, but to me, they're playing better. They look better. I want to see what Najee Harris does in this game, if they can get the running game going, because he didn't have a good performance against the Bills.
He looked kind of slow.
Right. He reminds me kind of Derrick Henry in a sense, that tall style running back that they can't really generate that much speed right away. You know what I mean? You got to get time to start building up speed, to start getting that momentum going. So if they can get the ball to him quick in open space, I think he could do something in space, definitely. But I want to see if they can get that running game going, see what he does in the league, because they actually one of my rookies I'm looking at to see if he's gonna perform well this season at the running back position. But the Steelers defense look a lot better. Like look how they looked last year, honestly, but look a little bit better. So by saying that, I think they're gonna neutralize Waller. They're gonna neutralize any offensive weapon they got. Josh Jacobs might do something here and there in the passing game, and not much so in the running game.
He was a little hurt too.
He was a little hurt, right? Exactly. So I'm not really expecting a big performance from him. But Derek Carr, I don't think he's gonna have a repeat performance with the against I did Baltimore. He threw for over 400 yards. I think that might be like 250, maybe 230, 40 this upcoming game. I don't know. I'm looking for the Steelers to win at least by a touchdown.
All right, go ahead, Nick.
What the spread is?
5.5.
Okay, cool. Well, no, as the only member on, this Blue Dollar podcast who actually picked the Raiders, you know how I be. But yeah, this ain't gonna be no dang repeat performance. Hey, give me the Steelers give me the Steelers run line. Nah, them boys the Steelers legit showed me something. They defense is solid. For you to hold a potential MVP candidate to only 10 points, that shows a lot. Stephon Diggs didn't really was Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
Cole Beasley didn't really have a Cole Beasley game. And it's just for them to shut down a high power offense like that defense for real. So like Jeff said, I really like Big Ben and the rest of them boys to actually, get off to a hot start, but I don't think at all the Ravens defense is they're depleted. They secondary is depleted. So you have a stronger secondary, you got a stronger pass rush. You got basically potentially the defensive player of the year, basically, and TJ Watt that's coming off the edge. Yeah, them boys gonna have a hard time this week. So yeah, Steelers. Yeah, I like the Steelers to cover the spread on that. Steelers win.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Even though Derek Carr had a performance of a lifetime last week, I don't think he's gonna be able to do it again, man. Steelers defense is way too tough. TJ Watt, he made problems for Josh Allen last week, and I think he's gonna make even bigger problems for Derek Carr this week. And Josh Jacobs is kind of hurt, so the Raiders can rely on the run game to keep the Steelers pass rush away from them. So, and plus the Raiders defense is not that good. You seen what Lamar did to him, and Lamar doesn't have that much weapons like that. Big Ben has those 3 receivers, and plus he got Najee in the backfield. So with that being said, man, I like the Steelers to beat the Raiders and cover the 5.5. So I think the Steelers are going to really make their mark and show that they're going to be one of the top teams this year. I don't know if they're going to win a division yet, but they're going to be one of the top teams in the AFC this year. So I'm going to go with that.
Yeah.
Now, on to the next game. We have who do we have here? We have the New Orleans Saints traveling to play the Carolina Panthers. New Orleans is favored by 3.5. It's a lot of close spreads this week, by the way. So, Nick, how you feel about this game right here?
Okay. This one is a division game. I think it's going to be closer than people think. But I do like New Orleans to win this game.
Going with
Yeah, famous Jameis. Like I told y'all was before. The man is different now. Ever since he got touched by my boy Breeze, hey, listen, that man plays smarter.
Sean Payton.
He made
Sean Payton.
Drew-
That's Sean Payton work right
Drew,
there.
Drew Brees. Ever since that man he stepped behind Drew Brees, that man has learned a lot. And even when Drew Brees retired, the first person that man talked about is Drew Brees, how he changed his life, how he basically made him become a better pro, a better athlete, a better person to approach games and how to approach games and how to look at things, how to look at plays. So like, even though Sean Payton is his head coach, but he really, really, really took us after Drew Brees. So with that being said, I really like the Saints with that defense. Yeah, them boys gonna have Sam Darnold shook. So I like them to what the spread up?
The spread is 3.5. Another 3.5 spread.
Yeah, they'll cover that spread. They'll beat them by at least a touchdown.
All right, go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, man, it's not even going to be close. Carolina struggled with the Jets, which I thought was an underperformance for them. I was looking to see if Sam Darnold was actually going to prove, make a statement against the Jets, because, that was his old team, former team, and replaced him with the former quarterback, Zach Wilson. Yeah, man, New Orleans put on a hell of a performance last week. 5 touchdowns, 0 interception for James Wilson. Defense played lights out. They gave Aaron Rodgers his worst performance in the league ever. That was his worst performance ever as a QB, starting QB in the league. And that says a lot because that's a future Hall of Famer right there. And he's still playing a high level. Even though there was some rust, of course, he didn't play preseason. You can make whatever excuses you want to make. They got their ass whooped. Plain and simple. They got their ass whooped. On both sides of the ball, they got their ass whooped. I ain't never ever seen Green Bay not put up enough points to at least get in double digits, let alone single digits ass whooping. So yeah, it was bad. It was one of those performances.
I never seen Aaron Rodgers lose like that.
Right, nobody had exactly. So man, it was tough. Like that was one of those games that you might would have been like, oh, sure win, but not really because you kind of trying to see what Jameis was gonna do. But man, 0 turnovers, 5 touchdown passes. That says a lot to me. So I got the Saints covering the spread easy. Carolina, they ain't got the firepower. Well, they got Anderson and they got McCaffrey, but McCaffrey ain't looking like McCaffrey just yet. But their defense got to start performing. I think their defense is gonna get outshone out, especially their DBs this week. They're gonna get out because they got a whole bunch of players we're not familiar with yet on the Saints roster as far as at the wide receiver position. But I think Jameis he has that effect to where it don't matter. As long as you running the route, you getting open, I'm gonna throw that bitch to you. And you gotta catch it.
Boys gonna come to play. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I like New Orleans easy by a touchdown, easy.
I think I'm gonna have to disagree with you, gentlemen. I think I'm going with Carolina, man. I'm taking that spread at 3.5 looking nice, man.
What?
Yeah, man.
Not enough points, bro.
Hey, I feel like famous James is gonna come down to earth, man. They gonna key in on Kamara. They're gonna shut down Kamara, and I feel like outside of Kamara, they don't have many offensive weapons, man. No matter how he looked last week, he didn't have Michael Thomas out there, man. So I don't feel like James is gonna repeat that same thing that he did last week. And plus,
so hold on. He had the performance he had without Michael Thompson, and you think that's not gonna matter?
And it gets a top.
It's not gonna happen, bro. I felt like it was just a fluke, man. And plus, it was just a fluke what he did last week. I don't like him. And plus, I like Carolina as far as what they have at the skill positions right now with Christian McCaffrey, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore. I feel like Darnold is going to be able to use those playmakers to his advantage, man. I really like how Sam Darnold looked last week. He didn't have any turnovers.
You like how Sam Darnold looked last week against the Jets defense, and he only scored 19 points?
I mean, I just like the way he ran the offense. I like the way he ran off.
Do you think that's going to be enough to beat the Saints, though? The outperformed Jameis Winston.
Hey, we not like Carolina don't have a defense, though. Like Carolina have a solid defense. They got Brandon Burns, rush the passer.
Okay, I'm going to say this. It's a division game.
And it's a division game, too. So it's
a division game. so it's always going to be at least somewhat of a competition. But for me, Carolina, that performance, like I feel like that was a guaranteed win game right there. You expected them to at least win by 2 touchdowns.
It was.
No, it was a close
It was.
game.
It was a guaranteed win, but at the same time, though, I just like they skill position.
How was the guarantee? How was the guaranteed win, Randy? When them people lost, we won 19-17.
No, I'm saying like it was a guaranteed win going in for Carolina anyway. That's what I'm saying.
Right, because they was at home on paper. They were the better team leading up to that game, right? But I'm saying you really think they're gonna outplay New Orleans, Sean Payton?
Because I don't like Winston to have that same performance that he had this week.
All right, we'll see. I like him for at least 3 touchdowns this game, or maybe more.
You like him in the first week. Keep on down, my boy. Winston.
I think Chris McCaffrey gonna have like one of those 150-yard 3 touchdown type games.
Oh my God!
And Alvin Kamara can't do it either.
No, he ain't. Oh my God! No,
because they ain't got enough weapons outside of Kamara. They're gonna key in on Kamara.
Not on no Saints defense. He ain't. I guarantee you that.
Who had a better defense to you, Green Bay or Carolina?
Now Green Bay got a better defense, but it's a division game, so
right. But
I'm taking that into account.
They did that to a non-divisional opponent who is considered a playoff team. Carolina ain't considered no fucking playoff team. They're not even considered to win their own division. They got the Bucks and New Orleans. They may be the only team they better in the division is of course the Atlanta Falcons. Everybody better than them. So, but bro, you ain't making no liquid sense on your argument whatsoever. Like I'm not agreeing. I'm not seeing your point whatsoever. That's one man. Christian McCaffrey is one man.
I said Robbie Anderson and I said DJ Moore.
Robbie Anderson.
Let me ask you a question.
I like him, but
you say Robbie Anderson, right? Let me ask you a question. What did Devontae Adams do last week?
All right, but Devontae Adams, that was just Devontae Adams, and that's it.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
He shut down the run, and all you got to do is shut down the run and stop Devontae Adams to beat Green Bay.
And let me ask you a question. You know who shut down Devontae Adams last week?
All right.
Adam Moore. Okay, he got a check right after that game, right?
All right, but is he going to be able to cover all the other weapons?
Listen, of course, because
Robbie Anderson's their best weapon outside.
Listen, exactly.
All right, so you act like DJ Moore ain't good.
But listen,
he good.
Listen to me, Randy.
Go ahead.
Now they're gonna put, if I'm not mistaken, they're gonna put Lattimore with Robbie Anderson, right? He's gonna take away Robbie Anderson. Then let's not forget, them boys did trade for
Brandon Roby ain't that good, bro. I'm not trying to hear that.
You crazy.
He ain't that good. Come on now. Don't come at me with that shit.
Let me ask you a question. If he's not that good, why the rest of the boys didn't get off?
Talk about Brandon Roby.
Why the Packer receivers didn't get off? The other Packer receivers didn't get off.
Because they ass.
Okay, so it's safe to say DJ Moore and the rest of them boys gonna get off, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, we'll see.
That's what I'm saying. And plus, Aaron Rodgers didn't play the preseason, so he was working out some rust.
Okay, so but Sam Darnold,
you out your goddamn mind.
So Sam Darnold go light it up this week, huh?
He has to. Either
he has to, or will he? It ain't he has to. Will he? Listen, they put to take McCaffrey out of the game. Don't worry about McCaffrey. McCaffrey ain't scoring.
So you got all the other weapons that Carolina has.
McCaffrey ain't getting what you think McCaffrey getting, bro.
All right, so
I'm telling you that right now.
All right, so y'all saying Jameis Winston is going to have just a good performance as he has
He's going to have a better game than Sam Darnold. They're going to win that game, bro.
Yeah, he's going to have a better performance than Sam Darnold.
I don't think
they're going to win that game.
I like it. I like him for at least 3 touchdown passes too.
Exactly.
So, I like him. I like it.
He might throw 3 picks.
I think he gonna have.
He might throw 3 picks. He like
close to 8 to 10 touchdowns. Like he gonna have at least 8 to 9 touchdown passes before week 3. I like it. Okay. I like it a lot. Right.
Like I said, I like Carolina on the spread. I like 3.5 points because even if it's a close game,
that ain't a lot of points. That ain't saying much, Randy.
Exactly.
In a division game, that's a lot.
That's basically saying you still like them to lose, but at the end of the day, it's just like you just hope that they cover the spread.
That's exactly what
about 3 points.
I think they're gonna cover the spread.
Okay. Hey.
I think they're gonna get their ass beat by at least a touchdown. So
all right,
go ahead, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
Now let's go to this game, man. All right, we have the Denver Broncos traveling to play the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are the underdog by 6 points. You know, Denver's the favorite by 6 points.
Maya can't catch a break. Oh my god.
it look like spooky hours for Jacksonville right now. You got Trevor Lawrence looking bad out there, man.
God.
It's looking terrible.
Yo, they taking L's back to back. Oh my god. Yo, this is horrible.
I'll start off on this, man. Hey, I like Denver, you know, to do their thing on defense. They had a real good week last week defensively with
definitely,
and after the quarterback, and also they were forcing Daniel Jones to look like shit. And Trevor Lawrence is going to look like shit like he did last week again. You know, Urban Meyer doesn't have a clue what he's doing on offense. That affects everybody that's playing on the offense. James Robinson is looking like shit just because of play calling. Trevor Lawrence is looking like shit because of the play calling. And plus, I like what Teddy Bridgewater going to do to this defense, man. Teddy Bridgewater looked very good last week. Very, very good. Now, they're going to be without Judy most likely, but I like all the other weapons that they have. Especially Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon looking like Melvin Gordon from like 3 years ago.
San Diego.
Yeah, when he was San Diego. So, yeah, man, I like Denver to beat them and cover the spread. They only gave them 6 points. So I like Denver to beat them by at least 2 touchdowns.
Okay. Same here. Yeah, Denver by a landslide, man, because that coaching, the way he got out, to me, that game against Houston, everybody got out coached. He didn't prepare enough for that game. Like, especially his defense. I feel like their defense was very much, they was shook. They was shook. Like, they was like, what the fuck going on? Like, even though we didn't expect so much out of Jacksonville's defense, but they were favored to win that game by 3 points. Not saying much, but at the same time, we going to that Houston game on paper, they had a better quarterback. So we thinking, okay, Trevor Lawrence gonna do what he did in college. He gonna, dump it here, dump it there, get him in position to win the game, right? That was totally the opposite. Houston made them people look like fucking fools. 3 interceptions. And he's playing against a much better defense, much better pass rush, and much better DBs. I think it's gonna be a shit show. This is one of those games where I was telling you earlier, Nick, Randy, or Nick, it's gonna get out of hand by the end of late in the third quarter, and they're gonna have to bench their star players. They're gonna literally have to put in their backups to finish the game. So Trevor Lawrence doesn't come out that game injured. Because they're gonna be winning, at least to me, by 3 to 4 touchdowns late in the damn third, fourth quarter. Because I don't like them to put up maybe a field goal. That's it. A couple field goals. No bullshit. Like maybe 2 field goals, maybe 3 field goals. And that's all I'm giving them. They ain't gonna stop that offense, that run game, or that passing game without Judy. Ain't no way hell they really moving the ball on that defense, on that caliber defense, man. They got Chubb on one side, you got Von Miller on the other side, got man, it's looking spooky over there. I ain't gonna lie. Urban Meyer might really consider that USC job.
Yeah, he loving that shit right now.
I mean, especially if this upcoming week if they look like if they get embarrassed again, and they at home, I believe they at home, right?
He already sent that application. He just
they at home, right? Jacksonville at home, right?
They at home.
Yeah.
The first home game of the season in front of their fans, dude, if they losing that fashion, man, it's a wrap. It's going to be a wrap because they already got embarrassed in Houston. So now you embarrass yourself at home in front of your own fans. Yeah, man, like, he definitely going to cut. Yeah, like you said, he ain't used to that losing shit. He don't like that. So he going to pull a fucking, a goddamn Nick Saban move and hightail it out of there for go back to college.
Right. Go ahead, Nick. Slick Nick.
Oh man. Yeah. This might get ugly quick. You get by third quarter, I get by halftime. Them boys like
bad.
them boys don't got too much a chance of here for this game right here. But Denver big. I got. Yeah,
you got no faith in Trevor Lawrence, man. You know,
Denver by a lot. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. We ain't gonna waste no more time on that shit. Denver gonna beat their ass by a landslide.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get to the next game, man. So we got the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Arizona to play the Cardinals. Arizona is favored by 3.5 right now, man. So what you think? What you got, Nick?
Woo. Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
be this gonna probably be a tight game too.
Yeah. This is definitely going to be a tight game. This is going to be a tight and a high scoring game. Yeah. I feel like Arizona was hot last week, and them boys did show that they got a powered offense, and that pass rush of Arizona is like something serious. But I do like Minnesota to rebound and actually win this game.
On the road?
Yeah, on the road in Arizona. Dalvin Cook will get back on thing. He been hearing, that he cost his team the game by fumbling in overtime against the Bengals. So I feel like he's got something to prove because all week everybody been talking about Chandler Jones and his 5 sacks that he got against the Tennessee Titans.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Vikings offense is relatively better than the Tennessee Titans offense. They got a better receiving core. I don't know as far as better running back.
What?
They got a better receiving core. I repeat that again. They have a better receiving core. As you can tell, Julio Jones didn't do shit. But
That's one
AJ
game,
Brown
bro.
came on. AJ Brown came on a little late. But to me, give me camaraderie over just putting stuff together. Thielen and Jefferson been doing this for a whole season, going into year 2. So I like them boys, along with Dalvin Cook in the backfield. I like them boys to do good. Like I like them boys to actually pull through, and it's going to really expose the Cardinals secondary because their secondary is not good. But if that pass rush get to you, then you'll see a difference. But I really like the Vikings to actually win this game this week and cover the spread.
All right. Can I put it real quick, Joe?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
All right, so honestly, bro, you talk about Arizona DBs. Did you see how Minnesota DBs looked last week?
Of course.
That shit looked terrible too, man. And then
Of course.
And off of that alone, man, I'm going with Arizona to win, but I'll take them on the money line though, because it's too. Because this shit gonna be too. Yeah, I think the Cardinals are for real, man. Kyler Murray had 4 passing touchdowns last week. DeAndre Hopkins looking like DeAndre Hopkins. He getting in sync with everybody, man. So I feel like it's gonna be a high scoring game, but I like at the end of the day Arizona to go in there and basically do what they need to do to come out victorious in this game and stay in the race of that NFC West. Because if you see that NFC West, there's no slackers in that division. So they got to do what they can do to at least try to either win or come close to winning and try to slip into the playoffs. So I think they're looking at how they can try to stay in this race right now. And Kyler Murray is playing like on some MVP level type shit right now. So I'm going to go with Kyler Murray and I'm going to go with Arizona to win by the money line because I don't like their defense. I don't think Chandler Jones going to do what he did last week. So,
and not to mention, this is a revenge game for Patrick Peterson. So Vikings win.
That dude wash, man.
Okay, we'll see.
Hold on. Who at home and what's the spread?
Arizona's at home and the spread is 3.5. Arizona's the favorite.
Okay, Nick, I'm gonna need you to take tomorrow off because clearly you ain't thinking right. You might be a little tired. You might be a little fatigued. You need to probably get your wind back. Something. Get some rest, brother. Because you smoking crack. You was smoking crack and dope.
Remember the last time.
You smoking crack. Hey, you smoking crack. You smoking crack and chopper. You smoking them choppers. You smoking a chopper. Because
he calling you Pookie, nigga.
You smoking a chopper. You heard me?
Pookie.
Remember
hey,
the
look
last
at here,
time.
dog. Ain't no fucking way. I repeat, ain't no way Minnesota going to Arizona and winning. Ain't no fucking way. Their defense,
I love it.
Had a horrible performance. And guess what? Adrian Peterson, man, he was getting his ass done in by Jamar Chase, dog. They showed, man, they had a highlight tape that they on clip, man. It was, and Jamar Chase didn't even get the ball. Man, he embarrassed AP out there, dog. AP, like Randy said, Patrick Peterson, that man is washed the fuck up. He washed up. You know,
Okay.
and you know what? I hate to say that about a fellow South Florida, football player.
He from Broward.
He's from Broward, but he from our region. He's from Florida. I hate to say that about the man, but to me, dog, his best days are behind him. Ain't no revenge factor coming to none. I don't see him miraculously winning the game for Minnesota in some fucking interception, pick six fashion. I don't see it happening. I really don't. DeAndre Hopkins gonna route his ass up. I swear that'd be their biggest mistake is putting Patrick Peterson on him. That'd be their biggest mistake is putting that man on DeAndre Hopkins.
I think it's
time. Tell you that right now.
I think it's time for that boy to convert to safety.
Right. I think exactly. Corner, fuck no. He need to play a fucking free safety. I like him at free safety. They're not utilizing him right, or they let him dictate where the fuck he want to play at. Fuck that. Well, the defensive coordinator need to put his fucking foot down and put that bitch at free safety. Because ain't nowhere in here I like him on DeAndre Hopkins whatsoever. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Dalvin Cook gonna have a good performance, but Kirk Cousins gonna look like shit. I'm gonna say that right now. Kirk Cousins gonna look like shit. Game, yes, they got Thielen, they got Jefferson. I'm not gonna take the weapons from him, but I think that pass rush gonna be too much for that offensive line. They was allowing Cincinnati defense to get with them, and to me, that's not saying much. That's not saying much at all. So I like Arizona at least by a touchdown. At least by a touchdown on the spread. I'll give away points. Just entertainment. Man, look, it ain't even funny, dog. It ain't funny. Wow. I like Arizona 8.5.
Wow.
You bought up the points.
I buy that shit up to 8.5. Ain't gonna be close.
Yeah, nah, boy, that shit gonna be a light.
No, it's not, bro. No, it's not, bro.
None of them.
Y'all forgetting that man Kyler Murray, what he can do. What he does to defense.
Got him to win.
Hey,
he gone.
Mind you, they got a pass rush too now. Don't forget about that.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Okay.
No, they don't.
We gonna see come Sunday
against the Cincinnati offensive line.
They got a pass rush.
They perform like that.
They got a pass rush, bro.
All right, we'll see.
All right, man. On to the next game. We have the Atlanta Falcons traveling to Tampa Bay. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish.
Man, let's move on, man.
We got the Falcons traveling to Tampa Bay to play the Bucks.
Tampa in the first quarter.
The Bucks are favored by 12.5 now. They favored by 12.5. So that's almost 2 touchdowns. So Jeff, go ahead and take off since you.
I'm not going to even waste too much air on this. Tampa gonna win by 3 touchdowns, easy. Defense ain't gonna be able to stop them for shit. Tampa Bay gonna kind of redeem themselves from that win against the Cowboys. There's gonna be like a stat game for them boys, for Gronk, AB, Leonard Fournette. It's gonna be a stat game for all of them, even the defense. They're gonna get their sack numbers up. Matt Ryan might leave in a fucking stretcher. You know, that's how I'm just saying. The Eagles neutralized them like it wasn't shit. And they're considered the best defense in the league. And they still they got some beats on that line, man. I think Sue gonna punish their center and they guard. I don't like it to be even remotely close. They're going about 14 points or more. Easy.
All right, go ahead, Nick.
Tampa by a lot. Next. Go ahead, Randy.
Damn, you ain't gonna give no expert analysis, none of that shit. You just gonna
no. Listen, short and simple.
Don't do Matt Ryan.
Short and simple. Just
on the money line or the spread?
Money line or the spread, Nick. Go ahead.
Run line. Tampa run line.
Okay.
All right.
Halftime. Don't even need to do the game. Halftime.
Do the halftime run line?
The halftime run line.
Look, I mean, I like the Bucks to win, but I think 12.5 is too much, man. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, Matt Ryan might just go crazy and just start chucking it, and they might be able to make plays.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Because
because they got Kevin Ridley.
Tampa Bay's DBs are not that hot. They front seven is lit, but the DBs are not that hot. You seen what Amari them did to them on opening night.
That's their only weakness on defense, though. Like, they have no run game. So the run game, they're going to have no choice but to air that shit out. But I don't think his offensive line is going to give him enough time to properly throw that shit up in the air.
Exactly. That rookie,
that's what it's going to come down to, bro.
But we kept on attacking that rookie, man.
That's what I'm saying. Bro. They gonna bully that motherfucker again. And Matt Ryan ain't going to have not even 3 seconds to live in the fucking pocket. Like, he going to have maybe 2.5, 2 seconds to live in that pocket.
I mean, but yeah, man. But shit, still though, man. 12.5 is a lot. You never know. They might take their foot off the gas and just let them boys breathe, and Matt Ryan might get.
You right. And honestly, when it comes to betting on the spread, you can't really put your feelings into it. Thinking you got to think exactly what's how, like off their previous games where they blown teams out. Have they rested their starters? Have they let up on the gas going into the fourth quarter and allowed them to come back? A perfect example: the Niners against fucking Detroit. Exactly. 8.5 fucking favorite, and they win by 8 points, and the fucking Detroit covered the spread. So definitely, because that 41-33 score does not tell the real story behind that game. They were whooping their ass, putting a stump on them boys, and fucking Jared Goff decides to just go off and put up 2 fucking touchdowns to try to make it a competition and a field goal. So yeah, man.
Tampa Bay gonna win that shit.
They gonna win. Tampa Bay gonna win in a nice fashion.
Money on them winning, that's up to your discretion, audience.
Who's at home?
Oh, Tampa Bay at home.
Yeah, it ain't gonna even be close, dog. Like you said, first half. Run on first half, but let's move on. We ain't gonna talk about
it. So we got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to play the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are favored by 3.5. I don't know about this one. Who want to go first?
Me.
All right. Tell these people how to lose their money real quick.
Hey, listen, people. If y'all follow this game, follow me on this game, I promise you I won't steer you wrong.
Hey, we not expert gamblers, so take our advice at our own risk, especially
especially the Los Angeles Chargers will win this game. And I'm going to tell you why. Basically, we got a quarterback, Justin Herbert, along with a nice running back, along with 2 nice receivers. The Dallas Cowboys will not stop butt booty stripper in a blizzard. Like, one at all. They ain't stopping nothing. I promise you.
Damn.
And they best DN just got hurt, broke his foot. So that pass rush stuff is dead. The only thing they can depend on is their offense. And the thing about it is, the Chargers actually have a really solid defense. It's under the radar, but it's solid. They got some nice corners, and Asante Samuel Jr. and other corner that they got Derwin James back there at safety, and Joey Bosa that's coming off of that corner. So, and remember also too, on offense, their star right tackle is suspended for 5 games for being on that stuff. So basically,
the Cowboys, right?
The Chargers. Yeah, yep, the Cowboys. So with all that going on, with all that turmoil going on, the injuries and all that good stuff, man, give me the Chargers by run line. Give me the Chargers run line. I ain't even put a sit here and play and say money line. Give me the Chargers run line.
All right, go ahead, Joe.
I feel the same way Nick feels on this, honestly. With all the injuries and missing a couple of key players here and there, and their defense kind of looking a little suspect, but not. I mean, going against the defending champs in Tampa Bay. But I feel like their defense is good enough to actually hold them down, like actually play pretty good in this game. And honestly, it wasn't so much as a surprise when they won against Washington. I think we all kind of had that, if certain factors played a part, that they could steal that game, right? The QB, if Washington football team QB went down, or if certain players, like penalties were hurting them or whatever like that, because they got a lot of key pieces back on their defense. Versus Darwin James, for me, he's a big factor. So But you got Bosa healthy too, coming off the edge. Yeah, they gonna whoever that left tackle coming in and filling for that dude that got suspended for five games, they gonna bully him. They're gonna probably have to try to double team Bosa because it's gonna be a shit show. But yeah, I like Chargers run line probably by some points, 5 to 4 points.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't see the Cowboys losing 2 weeks in a row with that. I can't see it.
Yeah,
I can't see it. And Zeke is going to go back to Zeke of old form. I think Zeke is going to be a big factor in this game. I think Zeke's going to be a big factor in this game. He has to be. I mean, he really don't.
Zeke, best years are behind him. I'm gonna say that. Right
even if he's not, Dak is going to air that shit out, and he's going to put up a lot of points on that board, man.
Yeah,
you know what? I won't say that.
Air it out to a pick.
I'll say this. Depending on how he performs, is if they win.
No lie. And I like Dak to come through and win this game, a game that they're not supposed to win. And plus, they're the underdog. I'm gonna take that 3.5.
I'm gonna say this though, they need him to be a factor in this game. It can't be how it was with Tampa Bay,
and he will be.
Hey, and the crazy thing about that too, Randy, is like the thing that the Chargers have that Tampa Bay lack is corners. The corners for the Chargers are really underrated, bro. Them boys can play. You see, even though your boy did go out, Fitzpatrick went out, the Clarence still didn't snap, bro, because them young boys, bro, they was on that boy. I mean, even that catch that McLaurin had, bro. If you really think about it, bro, it went straight through that man's hands, bro. They was there, bro.
Talking about Dak.
Yeah.
They was
there. We talking about Heineken, talking about Dak.
Listen, and I say that to say this. What you fail to realize is when you go for Heineke to Dak or whatever the case may be, once you put pressure on Dak, bro, he gonna throw some hot passes, bro. But Dak sat back there in that Tampa Bay game, bro. He really didn't get no pressure like that, especially when Buddy had to win out, bro. Who was just back there just throwing thing, bro. But when you send some pressure, when you have heat at that boy, listen, Dak ain't gonna be able to sit back there and throw for 400 and something yards, but like he did in Tampa, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
That's the throwing. Listen, bro. So he throwing the run. So I can go that those 3.5 points. This is gonna be a close game, bro.
Listen, you gonna see how much they missed that right tackle that got suspended.
I mean, we'll see, but I'm gonna go with Dak.
Hey, you gotta think about it too. Hey, give me Justin Herbert against that defense, that Dallas Cowboys defense any day. I'll take that. He gonna have to outscore Justin Herbert, and I don't like it.
I mean, I kind of do, man. I just like, okay. I mean, I just for some reason I think Dallas gonna pull it off. I can't see them losing 2 weeks in a row.
I can, and you know the reason why?
Especially
you gotta think about it.
Los Angeles is not Tampa Bay.
Listen, but you got to think about it too. Now, you had a Washington football team defense that was what, ranked top 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's been underrated? If you go back to your stats, you will see the Los Angeles Chargers. Them boys on third down went 14 for 17, bro. Let it sink in, bro. 14 for 17, Randy. And they got a stud. Just watch him now. That little the dude who they got out of Northwestern, Rashawn Slater, fool a beast.
I mean, we ain't talking about O-line, man. Them fat fucks, all they do is
fool nice. And I say that to say this. How can you basically have Dak basically on the field when them boys just running it down the Cowboys through? And they don't, and you know, off rip, Cowboys don't got no defense, bro.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they're gonna put enough points on the board to cover that spread, or probably sneak out with a win.
Yeah. I doubt it, but okay.
That's what I'm saying. I can't see Dak and the Cowboys.
Chargers run line.
I'm taking the Cowboys on a spread.
Like, you take it down. If they ain't gonna win, you might as well money line them. Money line it.
They'll get more money back if you go ahead and run line.
I would, but nah, nigga, I take them 3.5 just in case they lose by a field goal because they lost to a field goal to the Super Bowl champions. So why would I think they're gonna lose You feel me?
So you-
And they on the road
Hey,
again. They on the road again, and
hey,
the
you
offensive
said
line is not 100%.
Hey,
And they're
you
going
said they ain't
against better DBs, in my personal opinion. Chargers got better DBs in Tampa Bay.
I mean, they look better because they played against a less competent offense.
No. Man,
They played against
Tampa
a less
Bay
competent
DBs
offense, bro.
ain't
Let's be real for a second. Let's be real for a second. The Washington don't have a quarterback. They're going against Dak now. They're not going to be able to do the same stuff that they did to Heineke. They're not going to be able to do that to Dak. Dak is going to get off. He's going to have one of those games again.
Are you sure about that? What makes you so sure about that? What makes you so sure about that?
Because Dak got way more weapons around him.
So let me ask you a question. So in that case, then, so you basically you confident in taking the Cowboys on their solo then?
What's they solo points? I don't know they solo
21? 21?
Oh, they're gonna get over 3 touchdowns. They're gonna get them back.
Hey,
what are we talking about? What are we talking about? You really think they're gonna score less than 21 points?
Hey, it sounds good.
All right.
17.
All right.
I like them to score 17 at the moment.
Hey, it sounds good.
If anything, they'll lose the game 27-24.
It sounds good.
I see that. But I'm not gonna see them score only 17 points.
It sounds good. Hey,
man.
We gonna see. You gonna see.
How much they put up against that Tampa Bay?
Oh my gosh, we just had this conversation.
All right,
we just had this conversation.
So you think they ain't gonna put up points against the Chargers?
Hell no.
They gonna put up points, but not. I don't think
not over 20. Not what you think they gonna put up, bro.
All right.
Dak ain't for to have the game that you think he for to have, bro.
We'll see.
To me, better DBs, Randy. Better DBs.
But that's only off of one sample game against a.
No, bro. All right, we'll see. We'll see.
That's all I say. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll see. That's it.
They not gonna do that shit. What they did to Washington, they not gonna do that to Dallas. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, cool. We'll see.
All right, man. Let's go to the next game because y'all boys tripping, man. All right. Let's So we got the Tennessee Titans. They traveling to Seattle to play the Seahawks, and the Seahawks are favored by 5.5. All right, who goes first,
I'll go first real quick. The performance Seattle put on Indianapolis was definitely surprising. Their defense played a lot better than last year. Like they got better. Russell Wilson looking like the old Russell Wilson. He's slinging that bitch. He definitely got the distributed the ball around a lot and made plays. Running outside the pocket, throwing on the run. But the story for me is their defense played a lot better. So I think Tennessee are gonna have a better performance than they did against Arizona. I think Julio and AJ Brown will be a key factor, including Derrick Henry. So the 5.5 on the road, I just not sold on Tennessee's fucking defense. Their defense is fucking horrible. Like, to me, it's a situation where their offense is clearly the best asset on their team, not their defense. They've been doing this shit since last season, which is fucking pissing me off because people they've been blowing some money. Tennessee been blowing a lot of people money, especially the caliber players they have on that team. They are considered a playoff team. They can go deep, but their defense is just not going to get the job done. And plus, on the road in Seattle, Tennessee gonna start off this year 0-2. I like Seattle on the run line 5. I like them to win at least by 7 points.
All right, go ahead, Nick.
Ooh, I like where you was going there, Jeff. Only thing I disagree with is by some reason, I don't know what it is about Julio and playing in Seattle, but that motherfucker always have a good game when he go to Seattle.
He always with Atlanta. You're right.
Yeah. So with that being said, I like Julio to have a bounce back game. He's gonna actually have a really solid game. I don't like them to cover the spread. Seattle will still win. Seattle will definitely win, but I think it'll be about like a field goal.
A field goal.
Yeah.
Well, how you feel about their defense, Tennessee defense?
Oh, that's trash. This is gonna be a high scoring game. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
high scoring game.
Seattle got a better defense.
Yeah,
but
high scoring game. That's why
I think the offense is gonna get going in this game. So,
yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'll take Seattle, but I'll take them on the money line. I ain't touching that 5.5 because I don't know, man. If Tennessee was able to get Derrick Henry going, man, that shit could get ugly real fast.
It can. That's what I'm saying, though.
Real fast, and they can run that ball to keep Russell Wilson off the field. If they able to do that,
but if they get behind, they not going to run the ball like that.
Yeah.
It's all about who has the most possessions and who's able to take advantage of those possessions, man. But I like Russell Wilson to come out victorious, but it's not. I don't like them to cover that 5.5. I like it.
Russell Wilson against them fucking DBs is a match made in heaven.
Yeah,
he's gonna run the scoreboard up on them motherfuckers. You hear me? He's gonna have another repeat what Kyler Murray did. I'm telling y'all right now. This is what that game reminds me of. The type of quarterback Seattle has, and the type of defense they have, and the weapons they have with Metcalf and fucking Tyler Lockett. Dude, it's not even close. They're gonna demolish. Like you can see Seattle kind of keeping up with Tennessee's offense if they get going in a sense, right? I have zero faith in Tennessee's defense. I Seattle to win by a touchdown.
I ain't too hard on Seattle's defense either. That's why
I'm not neither.
But the money line.
But going off of last week's performance, I'm not totally sold on Seattle's defense, but they look like they improved from last season. That's all I'm saying.
Colts didn't have much to offer on offense once you stop.
Right. And you know what?
If you stop Tennessee's run game, they still have weapons on the outside to make you pay for that.
Right. So, but that wasn't a good measuring stick then, I'm going to say, as far as for Seattle defense then, because Indianapolis offense didn't perform how we thought they was going to perform. But for some reason, dog, I have zero faith in Tennessee's defense. And to me, I just like them to score on every possession. I think it's going to get ugly. I really do. But
any given Sunday.
You're right, but the more safer bet is definitely to go with Seattle on the run.
Of course.
Yes.
I'm just saying, man, the faith, the just how they look and how they looked last year, they look like they got worse than me, or they're about damn near the same. So I'm going with Seattle on the run line.
Yeah, I go with Seattle on the money line, man, because I don't trust Derrick Henry, man. Every time you think Derrick Henry gonna get shut down and not do shit, he end up running for like $150.
Right.
So I'm not going against that at all. And plus, they got weapons on the outside to complement if you try to stop him now. And Seattle's defense is not on that level because, I can't. I can see Russell Wilson pulling out some last-minute heroics and getting them in field goal position and winning the game. I don't see them beating them by more than 3 points, just because of the way the game is going to look as far as both defenses. I don't think both of these defenses are going to be able to stop each other long enough to make it a big margin in victory. So I'm going to go with that. Now, on to our next game, which is the Sunday night game. The Kansas City Chiefs are traveling to Baltimore to play the Ravens, and the Chiefs are favored by 3.5. So go ahead, Nick.
Wow. Chiefs by 7.
What?
With how basically Baltimore in the second half couldn't stop nothing the Raiders was doing. Derek Carr just basically threw for 453. So Derek Carr threw for 453. What the heck do you think Patrick Mahomes is going to do against that Baltimore defense with one corner, no pass rush?
And they got a approved line.
Them boys for the have a field day. I feel like it could be high scoring, but it's not going to be high scoring. I think the Chiefs will win by more than what people are actually double digits, actually, to be honest with you. So give me the Chiefs. Double digit win.
All right, go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. You know, Lamar 0-4 against Kansas City, against Mahomes. Definitely, Chiefs have a better defense going into this game. They are hurt right now on their defensive side of the ball, And not enough weapons for Lamar Jackson, man. Like in that Raiders game, he had to do a lot, man, just to extend the play. They already down to the third string running back. He was actually a factor in that Raiders loss. But man, for some reason, I think Mahomes gonna light their defense up, and I think I like the Chiefs to probably win by 10 or more points, man. Definitely.
I mean, I like the Chiefs to win too. I like them to win by probably a touchdown because I feel like, yeah, like you said, man, Patrick Mahomes is gonna have a field day. He's gonna have all the protection he needs. He's gonna be able to air it out. Baltimore's secondary is not that hot. And I feel like Lamar is going to have to do too much again just to keep them in the game. And I think that's going to ultimately be their demise again, whether it's turnovers or just whether lost possessions. I just like Kansas City to go in there and be able to put up the points they need to put up and be able to come out victorious. I'd like them to win by a touchdown, probably 10 points at the most. I can see that happening. So on to our next game. We have actually the Monday night game. The Packers are at home against the Lions, and the Packers are 11-point underdog. Oh, the Packers are 11-point favorite. My bad. Let's stop tripping.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jeff. Jeff, go ahead.
Anybody know that Aaron Rodgers, after a performance like that, he finna bounce back. I like the Packers to bounce back strong, get some of that rust off of that New Orleans game because that was an embarrassment. And plus they run that division. They've been running that division for a long time. Kind of put they stamp and they playing one of the weakest team in their division, the Lions. They ain't got the defense to really stop Devontae Adams. Nobody really covered him, or to stop the play action and dumping the ball off to Aaron Jones out the backfield. Defense expecting a better performance from last week to actually get some sacks, get some pressure on the QB. Jared Goff though can still throw the ball, he can still do some things. But I think I like the Packers not to win how people think they're gonna win. They're not gonna cover the spread. I think they're only gonna win by 10 points at the most. But they're gonna win.
All right, go ahead, Slit Nick.
What the spread is again?
11 points. Packers are favorite.
Packers by 14. Listen, I understand what you're saying, Jeff, and whatever the case may be, bro. Them people just got embarrassed last week. So the only way to basically make up for you getting embarrassed, you got to go out there and embarrass another team. Them people for the week beat these people ass, bro. Jared Goff is for to look like a deer in headlights. The Packers actually for to have the defense basically that we thought they was going to start off the season with. So I like the Packers to win by 14 and better.
Y'all actually being nice, man. I like the Packers to win probably 42-17. Aaron Rodgers is going to have a field day throwing that ball. He's going to have that comeback game that he needs to have after an embarrassing loss like he had last week. That was like the worst I've ever seen Aaron Rodgers ever. So, he got to redeem himself, and everybody's going to be eating. Everybody eats, B. That's what Money Mitch said. So, and that's what's going to happen. Everybody's going to get paid in full, and everybody's going to be able to put up points against this Lions team that's basically like an expansion team at this point. Jared Goff, he's not going to be able to do what he did last week, so I'm just going to go with the Packers winning by a very, very, very large margin. I'm going to say 42-17 the final score.
Okay.
I can see that being that type of game. And it's in Lambeau Field, too, on a Monday night. Yeah. That spells embarrassment for the Lions for some reason. So, all right, so now that we got the whole schedule out of the way, man, now we can go with our locks for the week. Now, everybody is 1-0 right now because everybody took a game that was a certified winner. So, go ahead, Jeff, man. Who you feel like going to be your lock of the week? Who you feel that's going to be a good lock for you this week?
I actually got two. I'm going to be real quick.
Oh, you want to go with two?
Even though it's a division game out of rivalry, but the Packers against Detroit. Mm-hmm. Packers are definitely locked. And I like Denver against Jacksonville. At Jacksonville. So 2 L's back to back for Urban Meyer, 0-2. Ain't looking like much of shit losing to Houston. And that's not really, that's saying a lot, honestly. And the performance Trevor Lawrence had against this caliber defense, I think he's really going to struggle. Now he's like going to have his first, like, welcome to the fucking league moment. when he start hitting that fucking turf, you know them boys picking his ass up off that grass. So I got Denver and I got the Packers locked.
All right, go ahead with 2, Nick, since we doing 2.
Hey, I'm for the go. Hey, most people say, you know, you stole my pick, Jeff. You stole my pick. I definitely went for the pick on the Packers. But
Yeah.
I'm for the go off the radar. Randy, you may not like it, but I don't care. My lock of the week is the Buffalo Bills.
Oh,
book it, buddy. Book it.
Hey, so you gonna lose that one? That's one loss for you.
Disrespectful.
That's one loss for you. That's one loss
for the week.
That's so disrespectful, Nick, bro.
Lock of the week.
Disrespectful, bro.
The lock.
So your lock is the Bills and who else?
Huh?
The Bills. That's the only lock. You only got one lock.
And Tampa. Oh my gosh! Like Tampa is for to beat the crap out of these boys. Oh my god! Yeah, let me go right there.
Oh, man, you disrespectful as hell. Almost muted your mic.
I'm just saying, bro. Hey, we'll be back next week and hear how you say, oh my gosh, you was right, bro, with the Bills. Okay, cool.
Well, since you like that, one of my locks for the week is the 49ers against them damn sorry ass Eagles.
I knew you
come at me sideways. I'm coming at you the same way sideways. You think I'm gonna let you get away with that? No. Y'all gonna get beat at home in Lincoln Field, and y'all gonna look like an expansion team by the time the Niners.
I like it.
And my second lock, shit, it's a very hard schedule. We're getting another lock off of. I ain't gonna lie. So my second lock, I'm going with Cleveland. Being the Texans. The Browns.
Who they playing again?
They playing the Texans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with that, man. You know, because Baker got to redeem himself from last week, man. He basically cost them the game. Him and his defense crumbled, so they got to come back and show out in a major way just to stay in this race, man. Because they're trying to win the AFC North this year, so which they have a good chance of winning because everybody else in the division is falling off. Pittsburgh ain't no telling how long they can hold on to doing what they're doing. So I think this is Cleveland's division, and they're going to try to put themselves in the best position. So I like them to bounce back against the Texans. So those are my 2 locks. So we're going to see how me and Jeff go 2-0 and Nick go 0-2, hopefully.
He got Tampa Bay. That's a lock against the Falcons.
But that Dolphins Bills.
Yeah, that's a close game. That's the closest game out of everybody's pick, though.
You're gonna take an L on that, buddy. I'm sorry, bro. Actually, I'm not. You never should have came against my team. That's sideways, man. You deserve it.
Y'all both took very close games, though. You took the Niners and the Eagles. You took the Bills and the Dolphins.
Oh, he did it because he disrespected me. So you gotta have to get that.
And that's why I say it's 2.
Don't go with your heart, Randy. Don't go with your heart, Randy.
Oh, and also, we're gonna talk about next week. We're gonna start off next week with the Tua versus Jalen conversation because we ain't get to it. So we're gonna get to it once Tua catches up and surpasses Jalen and touchdowns.
Oh boy. Right,
so we're gonna get back to that too. Don't think I forgot. I'll just spare you because you act like y'all won the Super Bowl off of week 1.
Off of
that, I'm just gonna let you ride out this week. All right.
Cool. So, I like it.
All right, people. So this has been another episode of the Blue Dollar Podcast. I'm Randy, my boy Jeff, and my dog Nick. We're gonna be back next week for week 3. Enjoy the rest of the week 2 in the NFL, and we'll see you next week. Holla at you.
Peace.